The Sesh Podcast, episode 186, take one. Good morning, America. This is your host, Kendall Ray, coming to you live. And I'm joined by Janet here.
Hey, what up, homies? This is Janet Fields. Good morning. It's 2:38 p.m. here in sunny Colorado.
Sure.
Temperature is 82 degrees. Winds coming out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour.
Thank you. Can you also give us like a traffic rundown or something?
Yeah, traffic. Your I-25 corridor is not looking great. It's not too bad, though. It's only 2:30. It should pick up here in the next few hours.
What's a corridor?
Like the area.
The area.
Like a corridor, like
an enclosed area.
Wouldn't it be like
a section of the highway?
Yeah, not the full highway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I-25 and something.
Okay.
I-25 westbound. There's no westbound.
So I don't really do highways much.
It's a passageway into which compartments or rooms open.
So it's clear? Looking good?
Yeah, it's okay right now, but there's bound to be some heavy-duty traffic in the next hour, because there always is, because it's Denver.
Heavy-duty traffic.
Did you know I-25 is one of the most dangerous highwaes in the country?
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
I watched the I-70.
Well, this was a few years ago, so maybe it's changed, but I had watched a whole, like, maybe it was like a Dateline or something.
On
I-25? No, it was just on, like, traffic accidents and people texting and driving, and Denver had some of the worst.
Okay. Huh. Says, many people cite I-25 as one of the most dangerous roads in Colorado. Well, yeah, I would assume.
But it was a national report, and I-25 was highlighted and said it was like one of the most dangerous, if not the most.
This one says I-95.
No, the $1 Million Highway is the most dangerous highway in Colorado. I drove it, and it's really scary. Beautiful.
We have
terrifying.
$1 Million Highway
Sure
here?
do.
Where's that?
It connects from Durango to Ouray to Silverton. It's like this. It's on a cliff.
Did it cost $1 million to make or something?
I don't know.
I think it might be $1 million
views,
views.
right? Oh,
It's insanely beautiful, but it's like narrow, and there's just like sheer cliff drop off. I didn't drive it.
Hate that.
I was in the car. I was tweaking, dude.
I
was like yelling at my friend. I'm like, hands on the wheel.
What is the road? We had to take it to go to our camping trip. It's like near
I-70?
Winter Park. This has kind of the drop off. It's a little dicey in the snow. I don't know.
Wait, what?
You know,
the
I don't
camping
know.
trip?
Yeah.
That wasn't near Winter Park.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait. Sorry. This was the weekend before when I was going on my family trip to Grand Lake. But when Kathleen Lights was out visiting Josh and I, we took them to the mountains and we had to take her through that pass. And dude, I felt so bad for her. She was petrified.
Okay, mountain passes
we were in the snow.
The snow is so terrifying.
It was really scary. It was like silent in the car. We were just like, I could tell she was freaking out. It was scary.
Little side note about the $1 Million Highway is it allegedly cost $1 million to build back in 1880, which is around $30 million today.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're ever in Colorado, southern Colorado, I mean, if you're ballsy enough, you should do it.
It's beautiful.
Don't do it in the winter. Actually, I don't even think it's open in the winter, but scary, but beautiful. Anyways,
how most good things are in life.
Scary but beautiful, baby.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's right.
That's right. Scary but beautiful.
Well, welcome back to the Sesh, ladies and gentlemen. So happy to have you here today on this beautiful July day.
I already gave them the forecast.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'll just shut
Welcome.
the fuck up now.
Welcome back. We're joined with Karelly and Sydney.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies. You feeling better this week?
I'm alive.
I'm feeling much better. Revived.
Yes.
Revived and alive.
Revived and alive.
Sydney, you missed your opportunity to sing Celine for that.
I know. I should have done that.
I'm alive.
Hey, did you guys watch Celine's new documentary? Is that out yet?
I heard it's good, but it makes me sad. I've seen clips where
I started it, and
she's just the sweetest person.
Jared was like, we need to turn this off because you literally are just crying here.
Wait, what's her deal?
Well, she has stiff person syndrome.
And
it's really sad.
Horrible, dude.
And she was talking about, I saw a clip of her talking about how even when she sings, it feels like her lungs, it's too stiff to like get the
air in. And
that just
horrible.
Sounds awful.
I'm proud of her for really raising awareness.
Yeah.
Not many people, I certainly don't have a lot of familiarity with it. I know one person that has it, but it's rare, but horrible.
She's so strong, and I just give it up to her in general for everything she's done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's so determined to keep going, and her passion for the fans
Oh, I love it.
She's just so beautiful. I love her so much. But anyway.
Well, check it out if you guys are interested. It's on Amazon Prime.
Thank you, Sydney.
I should watch it.
Yeah.
I should watch it.
So we're all back? Or I almost said we're all on crack.
Okay. We're all back and we're on track.
Sort of feels like
I don't
today.
know why I randomly said that. But we're having a great old day. Hope y'all are having a great old day out there, okay? How's everyone doing? No one's responding to me. I guess I'll just podcast alone. Kendall's, what are you playing Heyday right now?
No, I'm not. Pulling up our notes. I couldn't get my Monday
no one
out to
has
work.
anything to say to me.
No, how was EDSA? How was your
someone
weekend?
asked me about my trip.
I know, like I was waiting for someone to.
I was just pulling the notes.
Oh god, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you had a fun weekend.
I've been having weekend after weekend, people.
It was so funny last week when you were talking about how you're going to Seattle and then you're going to be going to see EDSA at the Gorge. And people are like, the Gorge is not in Seattle, just so you know. You're going to have to drive there.
I did know. Thank
you.
I did do
smart enough
to
look that up.
I planned ahead. Yeah, so we flew into Seattle.
You printed out your directions.
Printed out the directions, yeah.
And what would you rank Seattle as a city out of 10?
Ooh, okay. Just based on what I experienced when I was there, 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. Like, I would move there. Totally. Seattle was awesome.
Well,
it was
such a cool place.
So cool. First off, the weather was amazing, which I know isn't always like that, but it was hot. It was like 90 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, no wind.
It's got that nice like ocean breeze.
It was kind of, yes. Mm-hmm. You have the water right there. You have lots of cool restaurants and buildings. And I mean, I was only there literally a day, before I left to go to the Gorge, but I was loving it.
Did you guys do, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm interrupting. I'm getting excited about Seattle. I just love it.
I know.
Did you do the Space Needle?
No, I didn't because I don't know why. I was just kind of like, it seems like kind of annoying to like stand in line and go all the way up there. I probably should have, but we didn't. We went to Pike Place Market and shopped around there. Really cute. They didn't have the fish throwing dude though. He was off on the 4th.
That's weird day to be off.
It was packed there.
I'm sure. I didn't think about that.
We went and sat at a brewery like right on the water, and I didn't know that Mount Rainier is right there. I was like, what the hell is this? When I was flying in, I opened the window and I was like, is that the Xanax talking, or is there a mountain right there?
It's gorgeous.
It was really cool.
Just great culture, great people.
Yes, it reminded me a lot of like Denver in a way, or like a mini San Francisco kind of.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, it was really, really fun. We went to a restaurant and ate fresh oysters, which I'm a big oyster fan. They were like freshly caught, so that was delicious.
Fresh snot.
That's what my dad, he's like, God, you pay a lot of money to eat loogies. I'm
That's
like,
how I feel.
So good. We stayed the night there. Then the next day we woke up, got to our rental car, and drove to Ellensburg, Washington. Shout out if there's anyone in Ellensburg.
I've spent time there.
Tiny little town. I know
Josh's parents lived there for a little time.
Yeah.
What did you think of Ellensburg?
It was, I mean, I wouldn't personally live there, but it was fine.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. The drive there was beautiful. I mean, Washington is a gorgeous state. Again, it was very hot. Stayed at a little hotel. We just kind of like got there, checked into our hotel basically, and then from there you have to drive to the Gorge, which is like another hour and a half maybe. Now, the Gorge is holy shit, you guys. If you have never been to the Gorge, you have to go. And that's like, we have Red Rocks in our backyard. So like,
yeah,
I feel like we're spoiled with really beautiful concert venue. This was unreal. It was rivaling. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was doing that to Red Rocks, and
it looked stunning from your pictures.
It was
with like Ireland.
It was insane. Okay. So what's crazy is obviously Washington is very green.
Yeah.
So you're like driving through the mountains and there's green shit everywhere. I sound so smart. So you're driving, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, the mountains and the trees stop, and it's just like desert. And I'm like, where am I? Like in Arizona, and there's like nothing around, just like desert. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere is this enormous river. The Columbia River. Had to look that up because I don't know where anything is. Geography is not my strong suit. So you drive over the river, off this bridge, and then you go up another like 15 minutes, and you park in this lot, and you can't see anything at first. And then you like walk down into the gorge, and it's just like this huge, venue with the river right behind it, and the sun is setting right behind it. And there's like tons of like cliffs. It looks like Lake Powell kind of. And it was a blast. And I'm really sad that I didn't go more than one night.
Did people camp out there?
Yes, that is very common. Most people camp.
Okay.
Is what I'm told, because there's not really
anywhere to
There's not
stay.
like, I think there's like one hotel. It was totally booked by the time I got tickets for Odessa. There was nothing. So yeah, Ellensburg was our next option, because I am not about to sleep on the ground after seeing a concert.
Did you see a lot of like tents or whatnot?
Yes, there was huge like campground. Yeah. So I think it's like very common. Most people camp there. I met a really cool subscriber. Shout out Amanda.
What's
Dude,
up,
if you're
girl?
watching, I loved meeting you. You were so cool. I seriously feel like we could be friends in real life. So thank you for DMing me and dancing with me all night. It was really fun. And yeah, I mean, Odessa just is insane. I mean, Karelly, you and I saw them live.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
Them. Yep, and then I saw them with you for the first time 2 years ago. Then I saw them again at Bonnaroo last year. So I can only imagine, and it was such an amazing show.
And they're from Washington, so they were
really? I didn't know that.
They were all excited to be, back home, and it was the last shows of their tour.
So I bet it was like their biggest show.
Yes, it was unbelievable. They played for a long time too. They played for like at least like 2 hours or so, and I was just like living my best life. I was so excited and happy to be there.
So jealous. Odessa is one of my favorite artists. The soundtrack, as I said, to all of my best drug trips.
Yes.
Like, it's funny, like every Odessa song, I can think of a moment.
I love that.
Being on something.
It was like, it's just the energy and the lights, like the show, the music's really good, obviously, but then like it adds so much more with like the light show and the fireworks and the like intensity of everyone around you. And it was just so much fun.
Next time they do anything, I need to make sure I go, because I was supposed to go with you guys last time too, but then I had a newborn and my grandma died, I think, that week, and I was like, that's just too much.
Okay, we need to go together, because
they went to Boulder. You should have gone.
Oh yeah,
I was out of town. Yeah. That's why I went to the gorge.
Well, next time,
let's look.
They better
next.
fucking come back.
Or
sure like tour again. Well, they always are like people. They took 3 years off, and people were like, "Are you people done? What's going on?" And then they came out with their most recent album, and then they were doing.
I didn't really like that.
I was
so disappointed. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's really common when you love an album so much. The follow up, you're kind of let down.
Sure,
especially when we waited so long.
Yeah,
but
so yeah, a lot of people are like, the last goodbye. Like, are you done? But they've hinted like, no, it's just the end of the tour. I think they'll be back. I mean, they're
sounds
young.
like a name that they would come up with.
Yeah, so they better be back. Get your asses back in the studio.
What was the name of the tour?
The Last Goodbye.
Was that the name of the album too?
Yeah.
Did they play Corners of the Earth?
Not when I was there, but they played at the next show. I was like, fuck, I should have gone to all of them. I was definitely tearing up for some of them. Mm-hmm. It was really, really special, and everyone was just like, dancing, and it was awesome. And yeah, I had a great time. I was really sad to be leaving. I wish I would have gone. I was like looking up tickets to go again the next night, and John was like, "No, dude." I was like, "Why? We could drive back here again tomorrow. Like, let's go." But had an awesome time. You guys are lucky, whoever lives out there, to be able to have that, within driving distance to you, because that is one spectacular venue.
I've got to get out there one day.
I'm sure that's what people say about Red Rocks too. You
totally.
Know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know. Yeah.
So when Jared was playing hockey for his very first year after high school, the team that he played on is like an hour out from the gorge, and so a lot of the guys would like go.
Oh, has he been
there? No, he hasn't, but like he knows about it because a lot of the guys on the team. But he's only about an hour away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go.
But it's like kind of in the middle.
It is in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. That's my thing, is like Red Rocks is convenient because there's
20 minutes.
Hard to like
20
really
minutes
party
from Denver.
There at a show. Like, how do you, unless you're camping there, that's a safe option.
Yeah, and they have like some Airbnbs, I think, but I think most people camp, which again, I was not doing that. There was like tons of RVs and stuff too.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be a cool situation.
I was not about to
rent an RV.
No, not doing the Where the Millers style. But yeah, highly recommend. If you've ever thought about going, you should absolutely go. It's quite the experience.
Looked super cool. Oh, and you looked amazing too.
Oh my God, thanks.
I loved your outfit. The eye makeup was not lost on me. The glitter.
Oh my God, thank you. I tried so
Your butt looked good.
I'm surprised you didn't even tell us about your outfit.
I know.
I was last minute was like,
what
the fuck am I going to do? And I was like, I want to look cute and have my little festival moment. So I just went on Amazon and bought some random skirt. I just had the top. And then I was in the car trying to glue on the gems.
It looks so good.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was very fun. Except for I wore my Doc Martens and they're fine, but they were giving me blisters by the end. But it was worth it for the fit. John's like, why are you wearing those then if they're not comfortable? I'm like, it's for the fit.
Yeah, come on.
I'm a Leo, duh.
Excuse me. Of course.
So yeah, but that's it. Now I'm back.
Slay. Sounds like you had a great weekend.
Yeah. Anyone else do anything fun? You and paddleboarding, huh?
Yes.
How was that?
Yeah, Jared, Kelly, and I went paddleboarding, and Kelly was on his
Did
board.
she fall off?
No, she didn't. She was a little bit wobbly at first. I think she wanted to jump in, but she was just freaking out when I stood up. And then Jared was like, sit down, because she's not like a tiny dog. So,
she's a big girl.
Yeah. But it was really fun. I give people props. So it looks way easier than it is.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I felt like my arms were so sore the next day, and same with my thighs. And then we went to play pickleball. I was like, wow, this is a very active weekend.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Sporty Spice.
Pickling it up. I feel like we have to try pickleball.
We have
love
to.
pickles.
I almost wore our pickle shirt, but then I was like, I'm going to say that for us. But
Our Sesh one?
Yeah.
You should have wore it.
We should all wear it and do a little pickle league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cindy was saying it'd be a good place for a company outing. We should go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've heard everyone's playing pickleball. It's a thing to do.
It is the thing to do right now.
The thing to do.
And I think this place just opened up very, very recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. There are some things in life that are okay to be a total crapshoot, like, buying that random cheap item off of Instagram and hoping that it works, or rolling the dice on a new workout class, or maybe mixing it up with a new takeout spot. But finding the right doctor shouldn't be a total crapshoot. And with ZocDoc, it's not because you've got more options than you know. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. I've been using ZocDoc for a long time now. We've put so many people from our company and just in our personal lives onto ZocDoc. It is so convenient to have, okay? What's so nice about ZocDoc is they have reviews from actual verified patients that you can go through and read so that you can make sure you're finding a provider that's highly rated and that's a good fit for you. And you can also see their actual appointment openings, choose times that work for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Plus, what's really great is ZocDoc appointments happen super fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I cannot stand when I go and call up a doctor and they're like, oh yeah, we can get you in 6 months from now. I'm like, well, that's not helpful because I need to be seen soon. But with ZocDoc, you can book a lot of times the same day, if not the same week. No matter what condition you're trying to treat, I highly recommend going to ZocDoc. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sesh to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/sesh, ZocDoc.com/sesh. Well, anyways, should we just jump into our topics here?
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in.
Let's fucking dive right in.
Yeah, we're going to start it off with a fucking bang here. We have a woman who faked being a therapist.
Shouts out.
So, I'll give you a little rundown of what happened here. This Florida-based social worker named Peggy Randolph, who was licensed in Florida and Tennessee and formerly worked for Brightside Health, which is a nationwide online therapy company, allegedly helped and / allowed her wife Tammy to pretend to be her in telehealth sessions with Brightside patients while Peggy would treat patients in person. And insane. So this story really became public after Florida and Tennessee released documents related to the case. However, they haven't released all the details lately. So this is what we know. Tammy here on the left, if you're looking, Peggy's on the right. So Tammy actually died last February, and a former patient said that she discovered through social media that she was actually being treated by Tammy before she died. And that's when she reported it to Brightside with photographic proof of her session with Tammy.
when it should have been with Peggy.
Right.
Yeah. So it wasn't with Peggy. And so Brightside fired her after receiving the report. And the organization did an internal investigation, determined that Peggy shared her login credentials with her wife. Just said, have at it. You know?
Yeah, let's
you've heard me
go.
do this long enough. You can probably do it.
Take a shot at it, bro.
Mm-hmm. Insane. So obviously, therapists are expected to at least have a master's degree in order to provide any type of counseling services.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, Tammy didn't have training, any kind of credentials, and being able to counsel people.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is so sad for people.
Yep.
Who are using those services
for years.
Mm-hmm. Having
Yeah.
no idea who they're actually talking to. That's really scary. I mean, what a vulnerable thing to share all this information and not even know who you're talking to, really.
So dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
you're giving someone, in a way, medical advice.
Definitely breaking some HIPAA laws there, right?
Well, it's breaking the law. It's
Yeah.
OSHA would be pissed.
And here's what's really crazy about this. Peggy denied knowing that her wife was actually using her therapist portal login credentials.
How do you deny that?
The
no,
balls.
no. I didn't know she was
She
doing
just did it.
Wait,
she
she was
on herself.
doing that this whole time?
Yeah, treating multiple clients under her name. And she was seeing these people going back to at least January of 2021. So there's no way in fucking hell that Peggy had no idea.
No.
And in the tenancy settlement agreement, Peggy was receiving payment for these sessions. So, it's going
She's
in her
like,
bank
where
account.
is
She
this
fucking
random
knows.
money coming from? Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this has been, and she had been seeing all of Peggy's patients.
Yeah, hundreds of clients
But
online.
she just had no idea. She was like, I just wasn't getting any clients.
No, she was seeing people in person. So
They're
she had Tammy,
just double dipping.
right.
Yeah, so Tammy had her people on telehealth, and then Peggy
Right.
had her in-person clients.
Yeah, but she claims she had no idea.
Exactly,
That
yeah.
half of her client. Okay.
Mhm. Tammy and Peggy.
Dude,
Sounds like a real great duo, you know?
it's giving like, I don't know what it's giving. I was going to say Bonnie and Clyde, but it's really not at all.
Something like that.
So Brightside conducted an internal investigation. And yeah, like we said, back to January of 2021, hundreds of clients. And okay, this is crazy. So she was, providing the quote unquote online therapy from 2021 to February of 2023. So over
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Brightside was like, but this does not look good for us. So they had to notify and refund all of these patients that Tammy was seeing.
That is the least.
Yeah, that's
you
the
could
least
be
of their
doing.
concerns.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm sure
there's-
more will come out of that.
Well, I mean, you could like sue them for damages.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be. Do we know of anyone suing yet?
No.
Oh,
They're
that's
keeping-
coming.
Yeah.
I would.
I would too.
Are
Fuck
you
yeah.
kidding me?
Also, Brightside was required to alert the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. They investigate data breaches that expose private medical information. And in this particular breach, an unauthorized individual accessed the info of 767 people, including social security numbers and medical diagnoses. So not good. And according to Florida and Tennessee records, Peggy voluntarily surrendered her social worker's license in both states and agreed that she would not apply to reinstate her license. The bare minimum.
She's like, okay.
She's like, all right, fine.
I quit.
The jig's up. But she was also required to pay a civil penalty of only $1,000
Dude, I don't
within 12
understand
months. I don't understand.
That's it? $1,000?
Well, the reason is because she surrendered. So had the state
But like,
revoked it, I think she would have been in more legal problems.
Yes.
But because she was like, okay, sorry,
It should be at least $1,000 per client, if
yeah.
not way more per client.
to the
That's
clients.
a huge violation. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I think this is just the beginning of Peggy's problems.
in a statement, Brightside Health said, quote, "We're extremely disappointed that a single provider was willing to violate the trust that Brightside and, most importantly, her patients had placed in her." It's interesting that they didn't catch this sooner, though. Like, if they...
Yeah.
I guess, a lot of people do online therapy and then also in person. And so I don't even know if they knew that she was doing both, but it just seems odd to me that they, weren't looking into this or becoming somewhat suspicious earlier, but
it would be interesting to know the numbers. Like, would it be an unrealistic amount of people to feasibly see both in online and in person? Or were they kind of like,
they had to be working together.
We can kind of lower our workloads. We each do half the job. So maybe it didn't look as suspicious.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, if they're seeing 20, like, I don't know what the typical, but if they're seeing double the amount, I feel like they had to like set it up to where they're not both seeing a
full caseload.
Client.
Is that what they're saying? It was double the amount of clients?
Well, we don't know.
Sure.
We just like,
yeah.
I'm assuming they had to coordinate that. Like,
assuming if both of them, because even the when she was working in person, was it through Bright?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
they run all their stuff through that.
Yeah, right. So then it seems like, okay, if they both have a full caseload, then that would be really sketchy. So my guess is they
did it like half and half or something.
Yeah, something like that. So where they wouldn't have caught it.
If they notify people and like, are you seeing Peggy? They'd have to send Tammy like picture out. Like, if your Peggy looks like this.
Yeah,
like
if you're Peggy,
if you're
maybe they just look really similar. They kind of look similar.
They do look a little similar
because like they had to have, because people are like, oh, I see Peggy. Like, oh, well, which one did you see?
Oh my god, that would
because she
so
goes by
crazy.
Peggy. Yeah,
I would like mess me up if I was like, wait, what?
There's got to be at least probably one client that was doing both.
Yeah,
right? Because don't a lot of people do a mix of them?
Yeah, a lot of people are like.
There's no way they would do both because
I feel like they'd probably be smart enough. If there was a client that they were seeing hybrid, then they must have been like, okay, you can only
but
also see one of us.
Okay, so imagine if like a client who did in person did telehealth for one session and it was Tammy, and it's like, and then if that client was to go back to Peggy and be like, hey, like you looked a little different, and like just the gaslighting that would like ensue from this, you know what I mean? Like, you're
you know
what
cameras
I mean? So, like,
are deceiving.
Exactly. So I'm like,
oh my God.
not saying that happened, but I'm just saying like if that were to happen,
This would make a great TV show though.
It would.
2 years. Like I can't believe they kept it.
Damn. Imagine putting all that trust in your therapist for 2 years.
Well, think about all the sketchy stuff that probably goes on with telehealth counseling.
Yeah. I mean, just the medical field in general in America is whacked as hell.
Yeah.
Like, how do you,
easy to
this
con.
just made me think, how do I know when I'm doing telehealth for having a cold or whatever?
I know, I was just thinking that too. But hey, we've covered cases with fake doctors.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
Dr. Love Robinson?
What I'm saying. How do I know that when I was in Florida getting antibiotics because I had a infection, sinus infection,
could have been her mom.
That it was a doctor.
Her sister.
And
her dog.
Dude.
I'm sure they have to register as like show their credentials.
Your license. Right. No, totally. But like, what's stopping someone from doing that and then being like, okay, sister, you can
right,
jump in on this one, you know?
Right. Can't make this one.
Or like patients, I think when you do telehealth, you know, at least like we have an app that we like the Sydney app or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
I think when you first sign up, you have to like upload a picture of your ID or something. But then like, how do you really know if it's you? I guess that's true for in person though.
And how does the doctor know it's really the patient?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Yeah, what would it be like to be a fake therapist? Like you have your master's degree in counseling. Imagine if you went down that road and I was like, hey, Janelle, I can, I want to have a crack at it.
I think
I'd do pretty good.
Dude.
Like, where would you fucking start?
I don't know.
Just make it up.
I don't know.
Give your best guess.
Oh my God.
Maybe she was like helping
people.
her. She's like giving her, she's like, okay, here's the modalities you should use.
Oh, God. I seriously do feel so bad for these patients. How violating.
Well, and you also, I don't know anything about Brightside Health, but a lot of these online things you don't diagnose people. But if you did, you're diagnosing someone, which that's a very big deal. And then also in order for insurance purposes, you have to take therapy notes. You have to like mark, talk about what's going on, how you're actually, what your treatment plan. You have to have a treatment plan. It's not just like chatting with your friend. Yeah, that's what's so crazy to me is like therapists have to have a treatment plan. And every week they have to take notes and then to submit them. And
you think she was doing any of that, or she's just winging it?
She had to have been. Either if she wasn't, then
real Peggy.
Then Peggy was.
Peggy's like off to the side taking the notes, like typing up what to say. She just doesn't want to be front facing.
Or they like all meet up for dinner and they're like, okay, yeah, I saw Jack today. He's really fucked up. He's telling me X, Y, and Z, and Peggy's like, got it. I'll put it in the notes. Like,
that's so.
Or she has like 4
wild.
diagnoses. She like goes through. She's like, okay, you got this. Yeah. And they're like,
today you have.
Yeah.
This is pretty bad.
It's, yeah.
Oh, so awful. I do Zoom therapy too. And God, I just cannot imagine finding it. What if I found out my therapist was like, it's been her sister the whole time?
That's horrific.
And I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but it's because they're trying to make a bunch of money, right? Because they're trying to
gotta be.
Or they're just
maybe there was something where Peggy couldn't keep up with her caseload or something, and Tammy stepped in to help.
Because she's probably the full schedule, Peggy with her.
You're probably right, though, Sydney. I think the most likely scenario is they're like, we can see double the people.
I think that Brightside probably didn't realize that there's they're seeing a lot of people.
The capacity to see. They're like, oh, she's working 24/7 all night too.
But that, like, also, how do you make sure you're not seeing, quote unquote, 2 clients in 1 hour?
That's
What do you mean?
Like double booking yourself? Because if each of them are seeing someone at 1 p.m.
maybe the system's that fucked up that they just don't even
that
know.
Makes no sense.
Or maybe they were strategic about it. But like, look, we can't book at the same time. 15 minutes apart at least.
Well, they have the same calendar, so it's probably like, they're looking at it.
I don't know, man. I have a lot of questions.
That would stress me out so bad. Like,
and with telehealth, the door really opens as far as hours, because a lot of people, I don't know if they were seeing people out of state. Like, my therapist is in another state, so she'll like see me at like 5 o'clock my time. It's into the night for her, so they kind of have like expanded hours.
But your therapist must be licensed to see people in Colorado, and it sounds like she was licensed in
Florida and Tennessee,
so
they could have patients.
So she could see patients in Florida and Tennessee,
which is sad because if they lived in Florida, Tammy was seeing most likely the people in the other state over the
Like, maybe she's doing the night shift.
Oh my God, dude, that's so fucking
work the night shift. Wow,
I have so many questions, to be honest.
I do too. We may never get some of the answers.
I know. I hope
Peggy's
some more comes out.
Departed, so
just pisses me off.
I mean,
honestly.
Tammy. Wait, who's gone?
Tammy.
Sorry,
Tammy
is departed.
Yeah. Tammy,
my bad.
Peggy.
It's okay. Karelly was
and rest
getting
in
confused
peace.
early.
I know. I was
peace and love.
I was like, we were going through the outline earlier, me and Cindy were, and I was getting so frustrated because I'm like, who is who? Like, I cannot. Yeah,
they sound the same and they look the same.
I know.
I cannot with the fucking screenshot of her on the therapy. What's happening? Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy. Well,
that's
really,
so
really
evil.
sorry to the people out there who fell victim to this. That's actually so horrible and
horrific.
violating.
Yeah.
I hope they all sue.
Same. I really hope.
Well, in other news, there are some other people who had a really bad day. This happened on July 1st. Air Europas. Is that really what they call it?
Europa.
I don't know.
Wow.
Europa.
Wasn't there what's the planet Europa? What did that come from? On Mile Higher, I forget. Europa.
The moon is called Europa, or one of Jupiter's moons is called Europa.
Oh, or that's what it
Jupiter's
is.
moon. How many?
I was thinking maybe it was like a theory or something. Europa, the ocean world. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, Jupiter has 90 moons, more than 90 moons.
That's
Europa is
crazy.
the largest
Crazy.
of the moons. Okay,
Fun side note there.
thank you.
So how'd you say it? Correct?
Europa.
Air Europa.
Europa.
Flight UX 045.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like it was straight out of a horror movie. This is absolutely insane. It's a chaotic scene of oxygen masks as they're swinging down, passengers hurling from their seats, and ceiling panels exposing the inside of the plane. This is absolutely nuts. My sister sent us this story, and when I first saw this, I was like, this cannot be real, but it is.
I would be shitting
Bricks.
Oh,
everywhere.
Dude, I'd probably just pass away out of
Yeah,
pure
same.
fear.
No, dead ass.
I would.
When we were flying back from Seattle, there was like the last 20 minutes were pretty bumpity. Wow. And it got to a point where I was like getting a little weird. I used to be really bad. I've gotten much better because Xanax. And also because, like the Jell-O theory, right?
What?
No. I think actually you have told me about this before.
So-
Your brother told you this, right?
No, someone on TikTok told me this.
Oh, I thought Tyler, the flight attendant, told you.
No, he told one time we were on turbulence really bad, and he looked at me and goes, Janelle, it's okay. We're in heaven now. And I was like, you fucking asshole. No, this is the theory of like a picture a plane in a cup of Jello and you're shaking it like the plane, or like a penny in a cup of Jello and you're shaking it. The penny isn't just gonna like drop. The penny isn't just gonna like
Jello.
Yeah, the penny is in a cup of Jello when you're shaking. The penny isn't gonna like go to the bottom or fly to the top. It stays in the middle. It's just like going around. That's the same idea as like a plane in air. It can't. Physics won't allow it to just like drop out of the sky.
I see.
So whenever it's bumpy, I think of like we're in Jello right now and we're just like jiggling around, but it's not out of all of a sudden just gonna like fucking take a nosedive into the ground.
Hasn't that happened?
But it could. It has. Right?
Or at least you're going down. You're going down at an angle.
Not from like turbulence though.
Okay.
Right.
Physics doesn't allow for that. There's
okay.
Now that's the end of my knowledge. This is where I don't have,
and that's where we want our knowledge to end.
This is where we need the knowledge to end. Yeah. But anyways, I was freaking out a little bit on the plane, but I was like, we're in Jello, and John looked at me like, the fuck, dude. I was like,
we're in Jello. We're all good.
You should bring a cup of Jello and practice it while you're
while you're in turbulence
with the penny. Just check it out.
They're like, ma'am, you can't bring this through. I'm like, no.
This is us.
Also, great tip if you never want the plane to crash, make sure you order yourself a cran apple juice. Anyone know?
What?
Yeah, I always get cran apple juice on a flight, and the flights will never crash because of it. It's really good.
Oh, it's like your own weird thing.
I make sure.
I prefer tomato juice.
Mind power that I will make sure the flight doesn't crash.
I will say,
if I have the right beverage.
Cranberry juice on a plane hits differently.
It's literally saving lives.
I hate cranberry juice.
Literally saving lives.
Cran apple slaps so good, dude.
Yuck. I don't like cranberries.
Grosses me out. No offense.
What?
It reminds me of being sick.
Yeah,
like when I was sick as a kid.
Do not like it.
Yeah.
Love the tomato juice though. Like I always like to sleep on planes, but I will stay awake until I get my tomato juice, down it real fast, and then pass out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's good.
All right. Anyways, back to
be flying this weekend. We're going to Costa Rica.
I'm so excited for you.
And I'm really excited. But my daughter, she's gonna have her own seat this time. And I'm very excited about that.
That is probably gonna be really nice to have a place to actually put her
iPad.
Yes.
We got her little headphones.
Have you seen those little like blow up beds?
Yes, I have.
You should
that
get
stick
one.
to the wall.
No. Wait,
for like babies,
but they're not on the wall.
Yeah, they're like on. I think you'd have to sit in first class, but there's one that has like suction cups that makes a little like bed.
No, this is literally like a tiny little air mattress that you blow up and then you just stick it on the seat, but it extends like the length of it all the way to the like tray table. Yeah. So then it forms like a little bed, and when the kid can like lay down on it. I'll send you the link. I saw it on TikTok. I was like, oh, this would be good for Holly.
Send me it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
She probably won't want to lay down though.
Well, it's
Toddlers
just like
don't
more
like to lay
room.
down.
You know, if she, I don't know, get her a pillow.
How long is the flight?
I think 3 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Where are you flying from here?
Yeah, we're flying into Liberia. Really excited. I'm going with my my dad and my sister. It'll be really fun.
3 hours. Yeah, it's probably like a little more than that. It's probably more like 4.
Yeah,
but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really.
We're gonna
looking
go see
forward
sloths
to
and monkeys.
Yes, we're gonna go to a sanctuary one of the days.
Fuck, that's so cool.
That's so fun.
Holly's obsessed with monkeys right now.
Oh, cute. Anyways, so this airline, they were doing the old Boeing 787. Boeing's had. Remember the fucking whistleblowers that died?
Boeing's got a lot of
dude,
shit
these
going on
two
with them.
whistleblowers for Boeing were like coming out and saying stuff, and then both of them just died.
What? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that was in like January, I want to say.
Oh shit, we should do like an episode on that, Mile Higher.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wasn't
I don't know
this,
anything
like,
about it.
The plane though, the same type of plane that the like door flew out of?
Yeah, it's all these Boeings. It's
They're pumping these out too fast.
They're too damn old. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The plane I was in going there, which I flew Frontier. I hate that airline.
Agreed.
Never
Fuck
fly
Frontier.
Frontier. Anyways, I'm in the bathroom. There's a place for your when you smoke ashtray.
Yeah.
I'm like, how old is this shit? People haven't been allowed to smoke on planes for decades.
That's
the fuck is
crazy.
this?
I want to look it up.
Anyways, this plane holds 325 passengers, or there were 325 passengers on board from Madrid, Spain to Montevideo.
Montevideo.
Help, Karelly.
Montevideo.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Uruguay.
1988 airlines first banned smoking on domestic flights of less than 2 hours. But they're like, if it's going to be long, we understand you don't need your SIG. So if it was less than 6, then they banned it for all flights in 1990.
So tell me why.
But it was legal for international until 2000.
So tell me why I'm on a plane that has an ashtray.
Because that's only like 20 years ago. 24, 25.
1990?
Yeah.
That's over 30.
It was 2000 for all domestic and international flights for it to be officially banned. It was only for less than 2-hour flights in 88.
Okay, that's 24 years ago.
Yeah.
People need
that's really old.
Some planes you get on though, I'm like, this shit is old as hell. I am scared.
This one was
the prices we fucking pay these days.
What were you say, Karelly?
The Boeing in this story was built in 2013.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So it's new work, I guess, compared.
This was a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner.
Yeah. So anyways, they had to make an unscheduled emergency landing in Natal, as he said. Natal. No, it's Natal. Brazil. Just after 2:30 a.m. local time. Because the turbulence was so bad. And this is like seriously my worst fear, okay?
The story.
Oh my God. It sent 40 people to the hospital, you guys.
Crazy. Fucking nuts.
4 of which were taken to the ICU, which is so scary.
One guy went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, we have the video for
There's
that.
a picture. Yeah,
dude.
Oh, and we have a whole video of it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
One of the passengers said, quote, "From one moment to the next, the plane destabilized and went into a dive." Okay, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like...
But the Jell-O. Impossible. That did not happen.
But this guy's lying. But the Jell-O, okay? This person goes on to say the people who didn't have seatbelts went up in the air and hit the ceiling and they got hurt. Those who had seatbelts on, not so much. That's
Wear
why
your seatbelt.
I mean, have you ever been in a plane where it's such bad turbulence you get a little airborne for a second?
Oh,
you go off your
Get
seat.
some air.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
shit is terrifying.
Terrifying.
Fuck that. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch the video here.
Look at the ceiling of the plane.
I would be so panicked, dude, if my plane looked like that.
This is after. Oh, yeah.
This is I think this is like.
Oh my
during
God,
it.
I'd be
That is
so
such a
scared.
nightmare.
There's another video that I found of. There's like blood and stuff like on the seats from like people from like where people got hurt. I'm not sure if we can show that.
Yeah, I don't really feel like we need to.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm about to fly.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
That's horrible. These poor people.
So, yeah, like we said, one video shows a passenger being rescued from the overhead luggage compartment. His feet were literally dangling.
Like, how did he get that high? That's so crazy.
Let's watch the clip. Yeah, how the fuck did he get up there?
That is insane.
Maybe he went up there to hide.
Like he's up there.
Imagine if that was like Josh up there. And
That's
you're like,
crazy.
but I'm like, did this guy climb up there?
Maybe he did.
Are we sure we don't know how he
thought that
got
would
up
be like
there?
the safest place?
Are we sure? Because I'm like, in what world was it that bad that he was like, doing? And then got stuck?
I'm not laughing at his pain.
No, but like,
horrible, but it's kind of funny. Like,
I was thinking about that too. But I think what happened was because of the turbulence, the overhead compartments opened up.
but like,
he just flew in.
and then and then angled perfectly to like, and like sat down on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, how did he end up in that position?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like the whole plane turned and he just
Right,
fell
that's
in.
what I'm saying.
Physicists, tune in, please, downstairs.
Maybe he
downstairs
really
in the
thought he'd
comments.
be like that'd be the safest place, and he climbed up there.
Wouldn't you be like, sir?
Maybe.
Get down.
Here's what could have happened. Maybe he just happened to be getting his bag. He was pulling it. He's like reaching up, and then it just.
He's in the air.
I'm trying to make sense of this.
I feel like someone's gonna comment with the answer as to how he got up there.
Please, someone do.
They like pulled him up there.
The force pulled him.
Yeah.
Straight up from his seat into there.
Well, I don't think it was like straight up from the seat. I think he
All
was
of a sudden
like,
he's like,
he had to have been walking around.
sorry,
or
my pants are
something,
like
right?
undone again. It's like
Every time they were
I just stood up. Anyways, well, yeah, all of a sudden he's like, wee!
I mean,
nobody
and
else. Just
seriously,
no, there is another one. But
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a child.
That makes
What?
more sense.
Yeah.
a child went into the
We're that's
overhead?
next. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, yeah.
I know,
mean,
so
this
I'm
is
like-
really fucking scary. I mean, we're definitely. It's kind of funny looking at it, but like, this is fucking nuts.
People could have died.
40 people
Yeah,
sent to
no.
the hospital.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
People were not.
Luckily, most
killed.
of the injuries were not very severe, like bruises and contusions, things like that. But there were reports of much worse injuries as well. One person had a fractured nose. Another woman had a cracked rib. So like pretty fucking bad for a plane.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
God, I wonder how much longer it took them in the air until they landed.
They're lucky no one died, honestly.
Well, yes.
Dude, especially since they were over the Atlantic Ocean when it was, I think when it started. Imagine all this. That's actually one of my biggest fears is plummeting into the ocean. Oh my God.
And imagine how do we know how long they had to be on the flight after this?
Yeah, that's
just like chilling on the plane until you land?
Right, like after.
Well, because obviously they can't do an emergency landing until they get out of the ocean.
Yeah, so I think that's why they went to Natal was because it was the closest place they could.
Okay, so a 2-year-old was ejected from his seat and landed in the overhead compartment.
This woman, Dr. Cecilia Laguzzi, she's on the plane with her husband and her 2 children, and her 2-year-old son was ejected from the seat and landed in the overhead compartment. So clearly that's what happened with the last guy too. Does make more sense with a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm
that's
confused on
so
the man.
Scary.
That man wasn't that big though. Like he wasn't. He wasn't a huge.
Maybe
man.
he just happened to be standing, or like I said, getting his bag and.
But like, okay,
maybe he was like walking into the bathroom,
turbulence,
like on the aisle.
You think it like the tape like it just dropped, like how it feel like that, and then you go up.
Yeah.
I think it could have happened. I think it's very, very
that
possible.
Is so scary. I'm sorry for laughing.
Dude, this poor woman. She goes, my husband and I were looking for the little one who's 2 years old, and we found him above the suitcases. Dude. God. Yeah, this is really a bad topic for me to cover before I'm about to take my 2-year-old on a plane.
You're not going over any ocean, though. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Part of the plane collapsed, she said, and the child was up there crying. My husband had to go and bring him back down.
Dude, poor guy. He's probably so traumatized.
Oh, totally.
All these, I would never fly again. She said she'd never fly again.
She recalls passengers flying over her and were unable to get up. And the plane felt like it was falling and falling and falling. I would have died from fear. I would have blacked out. My heart would have stopped.
That would have been it.
That would have been it.
I wonder, guys, think about that plane that they have astronauts go on to test. And it's like 8 seconds of. So maybe it was a situation like that where it was dropping fast enough that people were like, there was no gravity and they were flying into the compartment. That's like the only thing that can make sense to me. Well, how do 2 people end up in the fucking little compartments up there?
She said people were flying over. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then, so the pilot said that they had plummeted 1,600 feet in 8 seconds.
See, 8 seconds. Something to do with that. No gravity. That's how these people were flying about.
There's no jello, dude. They're going down.
Jello's fucking out.
This is a problem for me because
you're gonna have to test that jello.
I was fine until everyone was like, "Stop!" Even our cousin, who's a pilot, was like, "No, dude, they don't just like drop out of the sky."
Well, we need to bring him on. We have a pilot and
a flight
attendant in our family. It's time to bring them on and explain the jello thing to us because this ain't adding up with the fucking jello. Maybe the whole jello cup fell.
I think
maybe it doesn't count when
it had to have dropped. Like that's what happens is like you.
1,600 feet in 8 seconds. Try to wrap your mind around that.
1, I know.
2, Wait, let's look up something that's 1,600
5,
feet.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, how tall is something?
Empire State Building. How many feet is that?
1,250.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's higher.
They dropped
a little less than Empire State Building.
No, more.
Oh, 16. Oh my God.
Yeah.
1,600?
1,600, yeah.
In 8 seconds.
Okay, well, the jello's obviously not going to save you then. If it's,
I'm surprised no one died from
damn
that.
jello.
You know, like when jello's like melted and like,
you know when you like swish it around your mouth and it turns to liquid?
That's
what
then it
fucking
no
happened.
longer holds you up.
But the jello works most of the time. This was a outlier.
This is a freak accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how there weren't any deaths because that is so high to fall that fast.
And then what's so fucked up is these people are now stuck in, what is it, Natal,
Brazil.
And so they have to like get on another fucking flight to get out, to get home. Unless you're like, well, I'm never leaving.
I'm
I'm a
moving.
new resident. You know, like dude, some people took a replacement flight earlier on that, like the next day.
Legit have to sedate me.
Well, it was the same day, and also the
same day.
Yeah, it was the same day, and because the Natal airport was smaller, they had to bust them out And then they had to catch a new plane to Uruguay.
No.
I'd be like, no, get me a boat, get me a car,
okay.
something else. So I know this is probably scaring a lot of you out there.
And it should.
So never fly. No, but the most common causes of turbulence is unstable weather patterns that trigger storms.
But you can usually detect those and then fly around them.
Mm-hmm.
But
so like most of the time you're good. But
sometimes
you never know. Go on the ride of your life.
When it's getting worse and worse, guys, climate change is literally making it to where
true.
they can't predict the weather patterns.
Perfect.
So, Yep. That's why it's happening more and more.
That's awesome.
Because weather's moving so much quicker now.
Yep. There was another story that was similar to this, but happened, I think, months ago. It was a flight from Singapore. Same kind of thing happened where the turbulence was so bad they plummeted down. One of the passengers actually ended up dying soon after from his injuries.
Oh, it's horrible.
Jeez.
God. Air Europa made a statement saying they deeply regret what happened as well as the inconvenience caused to its customers. The airline hopes for a speedy recovery of the affected passengers and is at the disposal of all its customers to assist them.
Yeah.
I literally don't know what to say.
Well, what could they have done to prevent this, right?
Oh,
like this is part of air travel. They're not really responsible, but
as long as they like do the, as long as
take
they do
care
things
of people
afterwards.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so creeped out. What the fuck?
Yeah, and there wasn't any like updates this morning about any of the patients or any of the passengers.
So scary. Oh my God. Especially over the fucking ocean.
Oh,
I'd be done.
I would never fly again.
I'd combust.
Okay, on another note, how creepy is this? We know our shit's listening to us, but another example, we were just talking about Costa Rica and I got a notification from Reddit, which I don't even use Reddit other than to go on the Heyday Reddit.
Right.
But that it was like Costa Rica travel trips or tips. Like why would it had to have just heard me say that.
It did that to me this weekend with Odessa.
Oh, it's so creepy. It happens to me with TikTok all the time within like hours of talking about something. Yep. I'll never forget the time that I used to I always leave my phone in the other room when I do therapy because I used to bring my phone in with my in-person therapist. And then I would get on TikTok and it would specifically bring up like my certain traumas.
These damn phones. See you in the next session. Until then, keep it fresh.